Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Friday night show, the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer. No technical difficulties tonight. I cannot hear myself in the mic, in the headphones like I did the other day that actually ruined my Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty show when I was talking about the Steelers and I lost all my information. That's what truly happened. But let me get to some Facebook stuff here, people. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I have a lot to go over this evening. I am down here in my downstairs bar. I got a lovely sign that's the old Todd DeFazio trademark thing that I had. That was made by Brian Villo from Villo Performance. And I pulled it out of the closet and did it because I just did a little something different. Probably should move to the left, to the right here. I'm moving everywhere. So let me get to the Facebook here, and we'll be good to go and go from there. How's everybody doing this evening? I have a lot to talk about. I have a lot of stuff to promote. I've been very busy. I just wanted to say to everybody, thank you guys so much for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. That is right. We have hit 1,000. We're over 1,000 right now. So I truly appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, that has been clicking it. And everything is going smooth as I can say. So let's get, I got the Facebook. Shane. Oh, thank you. Kurt Mears, thanks for tuning in. Nicole Tiger, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, Shane. Yeah, the banner is good. Me and Tammy just put it up because my lighting is not as good as I want to down here at the Triple B Bar and Grill. But maybe I can move to the side a little bit. But I'm just trying to do a whole bunch of stuff. So, oh, there I go. Yeah, there we go. I'll move over here. Fuck it. You know what? I'll just step to the side. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'll just do it like this. Yeah, there we go. All right. I got the laptop. I got the phone. I got the planner. I got the paper. I'm ready to go. So let's get into some stuff that I want to promote a little bit. Last night, thanks to special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller, we actually did this last night. Now, Shane likes college football. I'm more of the NFL, and we're going to split this into small segments. And last night we did the college stuff. Shane was really great. Joe Best, thanks for tuning in. Shane was real great with this, but I'm just going to show you guys real quick, if you guys didn't pop on to catch this. The show that Shane and myself do for college and NFL picks. Thursday night was the college. Wednesday, I believe we're going to do the NFL. It's going to be a 20-minute segment, not too long. We're just going to give you, who's facing who in the big matchups in college. I'm going to do the NFL. I talked to Brian Lamort today. He got back to me finally. Maybe we can bring Lamort on to do like three NFL games, and give you the spread because let's just say Morty, is very good at what he does, and he can come on. If he can't come on, maybe he could shoot us a video, and I will put it on with Morty's 3 picks because we were going to do fantasy football and stuff, but it didn't pan out, and we wanted to hurry up. I wanted to hurry up and get this out. So anyway, yeah. So that is the one show, and also. We did the Mania Mega Cast. We did this. There we go. You can catch it. It's in the archives. You can get ready if you're wrestling fans. You can tune in and see who picked the best. We reviewed AEW's Wembley Stadium pay-per-view. We went through and gave our picks in the WWE in Pittsburgh in the Payback. And also the AEW Sunday nights, All Out, All In, whatever the hell it is. 2 pay-per-views in AEW, you're going to go broke. It's like $60 a piece. So if you haven't checked that out, see, because we are entertaining. The Mania Mega Panel is great. There were 6 of us. Donnie Fulmer, Chris Coleman, Kyle, Shane, and Larry Stryker, and myself. Rich Smoke was on vacation, and Danny was working, couldn't make it. So, we're just trying to do stuff that's entertaining for everybody, and I truly appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know it's Friday night, and like I said, I'm getting a lot of stuff because I have a lot of stuff to get out. And I just want to say, hold on, I got a comment here. Fun times. Yes, fun times. Very fun, very fun. Yeah, and I got my private chat working out, so I can actually do that. Now, September 5th, I will be Tuesday at 4:40. I will be on the huge Sports Corner show on Beaver County Radio with Ralph Williams at 4:40, giving my take on the Pittsburgh Steelers' upcoming 2023 season. So I got to do a radio spot. You know, Ralph Williams is actually getting a little spark in the Pittsburgh sports world down in Pittsburgh. He's going to also be my special guest when we do this here. We're going to do it. We're going to do it Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. The Mega Cash Show, where we do it every year, where we do the Steelers and we give right. That's right. 9 o'clock will all be the Steelers Realm podcast, the Triple B Experience podcast. I believe Shane will be on. I believe Brian Burns might be over here across yonder. If he can step through my door, maybe. Tammy allows him in. Hopefully he doesn't act up and I have to throw – Tammy will throw him out. But also Ralph Williams will be on. And Ralph, like I said, he does he hosts the Sports Corner and Wrestle Talk across the country, which yours truly is a part of every Thursday night. We'll be back on at 7:30 this Thursday coming. We just had the show at 8 o'clock this past week. He also does the External Bum podcast on Block Talk Radio. And like I said, he's making waves in Pittsburgh sports talk as today. He's got so many shows. He's coming on. He's very excited. So after his show, he'll be coming on the MegaCast show. JT and all the boys will be on. We're going to give our picks. It's Steelers season. It's here, people. I'm ready. Thanks. Thanks, Kurt. Gifford and my buddy Kevin Adams. Gifford built the bar, and we did the drywall, and Kevin did the electrical work, and he painted the ceiling, and then I painted the walls. So yeah, it was it's something. There's a lot of memorabilia. If you're ever in town, man, let me know and pop in. I'll give you a little tour, Kurt. So Emily, thanks for tuning in. So also, I've got so much stuff. I am doing an interview one-on-one with Lori Ashball. You guys remember Lori Ashball? Her married name is Lori McCullough. She co-wrote a book, the book Business of Life and the Universe. I'm recording that at September 11th at 8 o'clock. And here it is right here. There it is, Lori. We're going to talk about, her co-author in the book that made it to the Amazon #2 list, what she's doing in her business, and thanks, Emily. And, see what's going on. It's going to be one-on-one with me. And we're going to record it at 8 o'clock, and then I'll put it out as soon as I get everything done. More than likely, it'll probably go out Tuesday at probably 7 or 8 o'clock on Tuesday on YouTube. It'll be strictly on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on, I'm telling you. So, yeah, and I have other people that I got in line for interviews. So we're going to go with that. So actually, let's get to some independent wrestling again. Independent wrestling is always around. It's Labor Day weekend. I have some obligations. I can't go to any of these shows, but I am the only podcast in the area that promotes local professional wrestling and gives them their just due. So, if you want to take the family and do something, Labor Day right here at the Labor Day Customer Appreciation Event, KSWA. It's an afternoon show in Lebanon Church Road in West Mifflin. This is one of the oldest wrestling companies in Pennsylvania. So Trapper Tom will be doing the announcing. T. Ranchula, Reverend Ron Hunt, and all the other stars of KSWA will be in that show. It's an early show because I believe it's an early show due to the fact that WWE is doing Payback in Pittsburgh. I don't think it's going to be a good show, but you can hear it, the Mania Megacast. You can check our reviews. But also, as we're going strong here, Imagine Wrestling is doing an early show also. Very, very smart. Saturday, September 2nd, 4 p.m. bell time. That's right, 4 p.m. bell time at the Juniata Civic Association, 206 West 12th Avenue, Altoona, PA. There's going to be 7 matches on this card to Labor Day weekend. You got the Imagine Tag Team Champions of the Rad Boys versus Dog Nation. Dog Nation. Going to be a good fight. Going to be a good fight. You got Chris LaRusso versus Alexander Apollo. And you got Jared Garrett versus the big boss, Glenn Spector. The main heavyweight title. It's a 4-corner dance of destruction. You got the champion, Gorgeous Gregory, versus Jimmy, the high-flying hippie, versus the guy that I just showed you, this guy right here, the rocker, Chris Sands. I don't know if he can string a chord and sing a good tune, but he is in a 4-way, and our man, the world beater, Chris Coleman, has a chance to get his title shot again and beat everybody's ass and become the Imagine Heavyweight Champion. September 2nd, 4 p.m. bell time. There we go, there we go. And that was brought to you by Hey Guy Podcast, Larry Stryker and the boys, and this Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. That's right, Larry. I got it right this time. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's get it on. I know I want to talk about some pop culture stuff, and we are going to go right into that right now. So here we go. It's Star Wars time, people, and Ahsoka is doing very, very well in my eyes. I know I talked a little bit about it last week. I know I had Kal-El on and Shane, and I know we didn't talk about it too much, but me and Shane did a little bit. Kal-El, I gave him some homework assignment to get caught up, because when he comes, because next week, everybody, next week, we are going to do, I'm bringing some of the Mania cast on. Shane, if he can make it, he's coming on. Mr. Tap Out, Donnie Fulmer, the world beater, Chris Coleman, and Kal-El is coming on, and we're going to give our top MCU picks, top 10 MCU of everybody's opinion. Doesn't really matter. I know Donnie and Chris wanted to come on and talk a little bit about pulp culture besides wrestling, which they know a lot of stuff on, but they also know a lot of pulp culture. And I believe top 10 stuff is really, really good. So it'll be the first one. So it'll be next week will be the top 10 MCU. Everybody can pick top 10. It doesn't matter. So that'll be next week. And Emily says, we tried to start it, but we need to do our homework to really enjoy it. Clone Wars this weekend. Yeah, that's all 7 seasons. And you got to do, Emily, the Rebels. You know, that has a lot to do with it, because a lot of the Rebel animated characters are on this live TV show. And that's just the way it is. I mean, they're bringing everybody. But also, too, you know, this latest episode was only about 36 minutes. So, Mindy Red, thank you. And good evening to you, too. And also, since Mindy just showed up, I want to give a little bit of shout out to Mr. Klein, who actually had me on the show, the Grand Celebrity Grand Debate Tournament, Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. They have major stars in the world of wrestling, celebrities, screenwriters, Hollywood actors, NBA stars. Yeah, Emily, I can't wait either. So, and if you want to join and subscribe to the NoNetwork.com, you can see over 60 podcast shows. I'll put it on there a little bit more. That's right. I try to plug everything I possibly can, you know, and, you know, Mr. Klein has been gracious enough to let me on his show. The interview last week was very, very good. The one before that had a little bit of feedback, and I know about technical difficulty because my Steelers show this week had feedback because I messed up. It's on me. I'm very accountable for my actions. Well, thank you, Mindy. Thank you. And you do a great job on there too. Good luck in your debates when you get up. But actually, Ahsoka, like I said, getting back, and I like to pop on. Oh, well, thank you so much. I try to be. Yeah, I'm a lone wolf McQuaid. So, Donnie Fulmer, Mr. Tap Out, thanks for tuning in on Friday night, brother. You're coming in next week, like I said, for the top MCU movies. I got you scheduled. You and the World Beater and Kyle and Shane. But also, too, let's get to this episode of Ahsoka. Look, I said it's the third episode. I like the concept of Ahsoka because actually on my TV, it looks like I'm at a movie theater. And that's the way I like it because I am a big, huge Star Wars fan. I've been a Star Wars fan since 1977 when my dad took me to go see my movie was Star Wars, and it wasn't A New Hope back then. It was regular Star Wars. So now Episode 3 has revealed the New Republic is getting complacent and lazy, and that is going to show the strains of how Snoke and all the Empire comes back in all those shitty ass trilogies that we recently watched. That's they're setting they're putting up the cornerstones for all that right now. Like the New Republic seems like they're smug, and it's just terrible, and their policies, and they don't believe anything. And, that will lead to the Empire in those later trilogies. Their conceitedness and their smugness will cost them in this series. You will see the strain of the New Republic start cracking in places where it shouldn't crack because they're not paying attention. As we saw in Episode 2, they have no idea that the Empire is doing stuff under their noses. There is still a strong seed of the Empire in the New Republic. And I mean, Ahsoka is in, realistically, they're in it by themselves. They're going to have no help because the episode started. I'm sorry about spoilers, but look, people, I gotta have content because it's a writer's strike. There's nothing out there now. Ahsoka has had 14 million views. That's right. I know there isn't much out there besides sports and whatever and reality shows. But, I mean, that's a huge number, 14 million in 3 episodes in an hour, 2 hours and 20 minutes. 3 episodes. We got what we have on Walt Disney, and we have to take what we can get now during the Hollywood strike. But I actually like a couple of the characters. And, look, some of these characters, I have no idea who they are. Like Morok, I as a former Inquisitor, that's the guy that is silent, that has the dual lightsaber. I believe he has something to do with Darth Vader. He could be Vader's apprentice because, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader in flashbacks in Ahsoka. It is coming. It is coming because everything works in a circle. Ahsoka has to deal with, Sabrine Wren being a cocky Mandalorian, not listening, doing her own thing, being reckless. That's the way she was when she was being trained under Anakin. So it goes a full circle. It's like you're a troublemaker. You're don't listen to your parents when when you're a kid, and then you have kids, and then you do the same thing. Yeah. Yep. That's right, Shane. So, I mean, and they had a training sequence in Episode 3 that reminded me and had flashbacks of Star Wars: The New Hope. Now, they're getting into some deep Easter eggs here because in Star Wars, in the Millennium Falcon, when Obi-Wan was training and teaching, Luke on how to do the lightsaber and he couldn't see, same incidents as Ahsoka training Sabrine. Same thing. It had a samurai feel to it. Dave Filoni is good with the samurai sword and the samurai play in this episode. The training that she was doing was the robot Hung Yang is been trained Jedis his whole machine life. Oh, hey Steve, thanks for tuning in, brother. So, and he is very astute because Ren has no concept, has not the ways of the Force. She doesn't have the ways of the Force. She's a strong Mandalorian warrior. Okay, she's reckless, but that almost got her killed. And it didn't hit a vital spot. It hit the side. It didn't go through her chest like, other displays like when in the Phantom Menace when Qui-Gon, got killed. That's totally different. I know people are bitching about it because I think people need something to bitch about because, they're not happy unless they're bitching about something. And I understand not everything is going to be, super perfect and not everything's going to be, tied in a little bow. But that scene where she was training reminded me of the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars The New Hope. I mean, she needs a lot of work. We can see that. And they're starting to bond just a little bit, but really, the thing is, like, Hao Yang, the robot, has been training younglings his whole machine life, like I said. And he used to train the younglings in the Jedi Temple. I don't know if you guys knew that. Okay, Steve says because she's a Mando girl and she's not taught in the arts of the Jedi, she's got so much clouded with pistols and rifle blasters. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, the Mandalorians are a strong-willed because realistically, in the Mandalorian, you got Grogu is now he's a Jedi going to be a Mandalorian, so it's roles switched up, and you're going to see those two series interject. You could see the Mandalorian and Ahsoka here. You could in the last episode or something like that, because I mean that's just the way it is. Because like I said, when I go back to the Republic, when they had General Hero went to the council and they had Chancellor Mon Mothra, you know what I mean? We all seen her in Andor trying to get money, trying to, fight the rebellion. Now she's the top, and like I said, they get very complacent, but the look on her face when the general mentioned Admiral Thrawn, Thrawn is going to be a major force, and hopefully they keep it going and build a lot of stuff up and continue this in a way where I'm going to be happy and people that like Star Wars are going to be happy. So, I mean, and then Hera wants to search for Thrawn, but they will not let him. They will not let her. Sorry, not him, her. They will not let her. So that's why Ahsoka is going in blind with Wen. There's only two of them and a robot. It's going to be their undoing. It's going to be their undoing of the New Republic, as we know in them shitty-ass movies that we saw when Solo got killed. And it was really, really, it's ridiculous. And like I said, the Empire is going to rise again. And like I said, Sabrine during that training, she's incapable of using the Force right now. She was trying to move, the little cup. It just didn't work. Will she be a Jedi? Do we know? I don't know. I have no idea. But the dogfight in space was awesome. You had Ahsoka going out on a wing of a spaceship in a suit, though, mind you, not like Princess Leia floating around dead, and they pulled her in. No, none of that shit. And used a lightsaber to take out, these planes were like World War II kind of planes, so. And another callback to Star Wars when Ren was in the cockpit shooting down the spaceship. It was the same as, Luke was in the cockpit and Solo was doing the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars A New Hope. So Steve says, see, the things are going to be built up in that show are going to really take a huge turn. It's going to be like later on in the Star Wars life. I'm a huge fan. Also do Star Wars cosplay from Jedi to clone trooper to biker scout. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, everybody does that. I dressed up as Darth Vader once for Halloween. So, and like I said, and when she took that lightsaber and took the wing off of that fucking ship, man, that was awesome. And then they tipped and you got back in, and then they were going through the circle hyper thing, because if you go through that, you can go through hyperspace. And they actually, the Morgan, the evil, sister witch or witch sister or whatever the hell it is, I get it confused. And they were firing and they hit the ship and they went through, and realistically, they first time ever in live action was the Purgils, if I pronounce it right. My pronunciations sometimes are bad. They appeared first time in live action. They were on the Mandalorian when they were going through hyperspace, and you seen the shadow. Mando looked over and you saw him, the whales going through, but this was the first time ever in live action, and they were flying through them. And, she had two fighter planes going after her. and they went down in the planet, and they, hit it, shut off all the power. And then they had Balin at the end there was like, now we have to go find and search him. So now episode 4, they're on the planet. Balin and the troops are going to go search for him. I think Balin is going to, turn, because I think he was big time Jedi and he knows all about Ahsoka. Yeah. Yeah. The Space Wells were in the Clone Wars before. Yes. I mean, it was in the animated stuff, they were there, but you've seen them in the live action. So episode 4 should be pretty good. It's only 36 minutes in episode 3. If you haven't seen it, go back, because the first episode reminds me of the movie. So, I mean, I thought that was awesome. So anyway, let's get to some MCU news real quick. I just want to say that Michael Walden, who co-wrote the Multi-Universe of Madness, and Jeff Loveness, who wrote that shitty-ass Quantumania, these two guys are big-time screenwriters with big-time bullshit. They are no longer on the MCU parts of the Avengers, Kang Dynasty, or the Avengers Secret Wars, because you have to have good writers. And I know they're on strike, but those two guys that wrote those two movies, The Multitude of Madness was okay in my eyes, could have been a little better. Quantumania was okay also, but now everybody's getting the superhero jet lag, and that's not good. So now with the strike, MCU can slowly, they are, there's always a lot of rumors and stuff. These guys are not going to be in any projects. That's good. I think whoever should write, and I think I'm going to give my opinion, who should write the Avengers Kang Dynasty and the Avengers Secret Wars, because the Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty is going to have every hero known to mankind besides everybody in Deadpool, because that's coming too. But I don't see any, I do not see the strike ending anytime soon, or the Russo brothers. That is the only people I believe that can actually obtain, success at writing a screenplay and writing it to the way it needs to be, because everything they've touched in the MCU has turned to gold. I don't know what their stipulation is on how much money they want. Why don't they go with Stan Lee's playbook on the MCU shows? Steve, they're not going to, they don't do any of the comic books the way they should. And I know Donnie Fulmer and myself, we've been bitching many, many years of how they have treated the Incredible Hulk. And hopefully somebody at the MCU studios treats the Incredible Hulk with the respect and dignity that the character deserves. Because the Incredible Hulk is and always will be the strongest character in the MCU. I don't care what they bring up. I don't care if they trade genders and they trade people and they do whatever. Look, Bruce Banner as the Hulk is the greatest character in the MCU because, now I'm going off on a tangent, because as you know, in recent times, the Incredible Hulk, Bruce Banner was abused by his dad and saw his dad murder his mom. So he kept that harbored emotional distraught in him. And when the bomb went off, he had it, and yes, exactly. There can only be one Bruce Banner. Yes. I mean, I'm getting off the tangent, but that's okay. Look, the Hulk and the original, the Planet Hulk and the World War Hulk is the greatest storylines. When he goes on a rampage, it takes everybody in the Marvel world to tag up to take him out. Ditto. Thanks, Kurt. I mean, when he went to the crossroads and he was a mindless brute of a man because Nightmare fucked him over in his dreams. That's right. Good old Nightmare. Thanks to Nightmare. And because he was pardoned in the 270s and 280s, and the 290s, he started to turn in the comic books. And at 300, he had the big New York battle, and Doc Strange took him into Crossroads. Very, very good storylines. If you're an Incredible Hulk comic book reader, I have that whole collection of the Incredible Hulk Volume 1. Yes, I do. But also, too, guys, if they make the Incredible Hulk versus Hugh Jackman Wolverine, that's money. That's money, hands over fist. What do you guys think about? I know that's money. Money. I love it when us old heads come together and know the truth. Well, yeah, I try, Steve. I would put my I would put my comic book lore and Marvel against anybody. Now, DC, I am not that good on. I do like some DC characters, but I don't know a lot of DC history. And right now, the Marvel history is so rebooted every time. It's ridiculous. It's like Pepsi, new Pepsi, cherry Pepsi, zero Coke Pepsi, all that shit. But yeah, big money if they do the Hulk right. And we shall see. But these writers that wrote these, they didn't put a lot of thought into it. They're cheapening the product of the MCU when it's going full tilt. I'll go to Indiana Theater to watch it. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know how Indiana Theater and me get along, Donnie. The popcorn smells like paint, and they got the chalk outline, and they think, they have goddamn plastic bags over the seats. Hey kids, if you don't want to work, don't work. Get some. I know people, they don't want to work, but when you're hanging out in the back and you're not taking care of the customers, you know what I mean? That's what and I think it needs remodeled again. I mean, I hate to say, I don't want to get on my soapbox and say Indiana movie theater needs remodeled, but hey, it needs remodeled. So, and I can get, I just went to the comic book store today, and the actress who did Miss Marvel is now actually had the plot for the new Kamala Khan #1 comic book. She is now a writer in the Marvel comics. Shit works makes the person better. Yeah, that's true. Good work ethic. Yeah, I bought this comic book. I only bought one to see how it is. But there's a lot better writers out there. I know the writers in Captain America, like I said, and now I'm going on a comic book tangent now with this little MCU twist. They ruined Captain America in my eyes, and they're rebooting Captain America. And Captain America is the symbol of truth, justice, and the American way in the comic book land in Marvel Comics. He doesn't sway. He's a man for all men, all colors, creeds, national origins. The Captain America, Steve Rogers, is that man. So when a writer goes in and I understand you have to have Captain America with some flaws because he can't be perfect. I understand that. But honestly, though, he's Captain America. And he should be perfect because, God damn it, he's Captain America. And the only time that something should happen to him is the villains, do the dastardly deeds on Captain America, not the written of the U.S. government in the comic book lore doing shit to Captain America. Steve says, sorry, Shazam was the best movie from the 1950s to the mid-80s. Was the best then. The new one is a joke. Well, the first one's not bad. The second one's terrible. And I did not watch Blue Beetle yet, but that is, I have a lot of, I'm waiting, for the Hollywood strike. I'm waiting like Daredevil. It's going to be on Disney. It's going to be mature. It's not going to be watered down. It's going to be as mature as it can be on the Disney. Because I know Shane talks about it all the time. Disney is taking a major hit because pretty soon you're not gonna be able to share your passwords and all that shit and stuff like that. So, and the only time I watch Disney is watching Ahsoka and the MCU. But like I said, my Secret Invasion review, it could have been a lot better, and it was watered down. So it was lukewarm, and it's a shame because Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury was always a great character, but they watered him down also, and they got cheap. It was Dollar General type MCU, true, great value. They didn't want to bring in and sign some stars, and have them, be Skrulls and stuff like that. And as I said on prior shows, and it's still, as you go back, I haven't even rewatched it again. That's how, now it's terrible, and it fucks me off. But what are you going to do? I mean, they don't make them or they do make them. I mean, there's nothing you can do. So, but like I said, we'll get back to Donnie says the hit Disney is taking is their fault, trying to sell bullshit. Yeah. Just make entertainment. Disney, just make fucking, the flubber and, make wholesome, cool movies. When we were kids and we sat on Sunday nights at 7:00 and was glued to the tube, Disney at 7, and we went to all the seen Kurt Russell and all his young parts in Disney, and we were excited, to watch Disney stuff. Nothing excites me in Disney because they put a little bit too much sauce, in their shot. You know what I mean? A little bit of different shit in their soup. It's not a good spoon to eat. That's just my opinion. But yeah, those 2 writers are taking off. They need to get writers. So yeah, Steve, right back in the old days. Yeah. So we shall see. Like I said, the Hollywood strike is still in. We're not going to get anything for a while. So they could say they're going to do this. All about the cheddar. You got to put well, that and the sour cream. Put a little sour cream in the soup, or the nachos. Sour cream and nachos. I guess not soup. A little bit of Tabasco. So yeah, and then I wanted to talk a little DC because James Gunn is talking about bringing this guy into the DC universe. And if he does, it is worth it. Right here, Giancarlo Esposito. That's right, that guy, the Chicken Man, Moff Gideon. Everything this guy is in turns to gold. I don't care. I mean, if you guys think on what character he could be in the DC universe, if he gets signed, he was speculated to be Magneto in the new rebooted X-Men. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't know. I never thought I was going to get married either, so it happens. Yeah, you're right, Steve. That is money. So yeah, I mean, he could be anybody. I don't see him being Lex Luthor or anything like that, but he probably could, but I don't know. And this is a person who I could see as Lex Luthor, and he could be, and it would be out of character for him, would be Dave Bautista. Just a thought. And he said he wanted to play Lex Luthor, and he would do anything that James Gunn told him to do because he loves James Gunn so much, So, yeah. So, I know the delay from Facebook to the YouTube. If you guys want to, give me a couple characters, on what Carlos could be, Mr. Esposito could be in the DCU, I will say, because there is a little lag from YouTube to the Facebook when I read the comments, as we found out last night when me and Shane were doing the foosball picks. Emily says a bit too old compared to Superman, but dang, that would be good. Having Esposito as Lex Luthor, or having Batista is too old to play Lex. Shane says Disney stock is down 81 at $81, down from 112. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. And it shows. It shows. And then when people can't share in their Walt Disney password for the streaming, you're gonna see people fucking drop that as a hot potato. Both him and Batista. Okay. So you're looking at somebody younger. Now let me ask you a question, Emily, and the people out there, because yes, and Dave for Lex. How about Jeff Bezos as Lex? Well, that's real life, Kurt. and the Joker would be Mark Zuckerberg. Esposito and Batista in 10 years. Well, yeah, I mean, but also, can you see, and people have speculated that Esposito could be Mr. Freeze in maybe that shitty Batman stuff that's going on right now. Because it's got a darker tone. It'd be a darker tone, maybe, because he definitely has to play a darker character. I mean, the Chicken Man Gus Fring was just, Breaking Bad was phenomenal. Breaking Bad is like the number one drama series I've ever seen in my entire life. Kurt, never mentioned my boss ever like, yeah, you just made him come up with a funny thing about him. Oh, well, hey, Kurt's funny, Steve. I don't know. Kurt knows his shit. Oh, I like him as Freeze. Okay. Yeah. You could see that, Emily. Yeah, I could see that, because it could be the Freeze character off of the animated show. And you know what sucks about the animated show? I know I'm older at 52, and you guys, well, but I'm also 21 in light years. Don't be sorry, Kurt. But I just want to say, Arlene Sorkin, who was the voice of Harley Quinn, passed away last week at 67 years old. Now, I didn't even know she was that old. And also, it's a shame because she was really, really good as the voice of Harley Quinn. She made a lot of money doing that. And yeah, I know, but he's still thoughts going on in my head. Well, we all have thoughts in our head, brother. But also, too, I didn't even know Bob Barker was still alive. And that's a shame, you know. I went to see Florence Pugh in something. Well, I don't know. What she could be the Huntress, maybe. I don't know, because, like I said, I don't know a lot of. I don't know. Do you think Poison Ivy? I don't know. I mean, it would be better than Eartha Thurman. She was terrible. That was terrible. That was yeah. That George Clooney Batman was fucking bad. Terrible. She was the idea behind Harley Quinn in a soap opera. Yeah. When she played on Days of Our Lives, yeah, she was funny and crazy, and yeah. So yeah, that was my DC news about, I mean, there isn't much to it's hard to pull, shit out of the frying pan, because realistically, the only news that I know that's up and current, there's nothing, is pro wrestling, and it sucks. Eartha Thurman was iffy. I like to see the role reprised. Yeah. And the Batgirl movie is on the shelf, and you'll never ever see that because Michael Keaton was on it, and you'll never ever see it because it was going to be doing poorly. But they never, every other movie that DC did was poorly too, and they still shown that. I still not a big fan of the Flash. The Michael Keaton parts I liked. You can stream it on Max. And I went to the movie theaters in Indiana to see it, and yay, it was quite spectacular. Shit off the frying pan is a bad taste. I don't know. It'd be hard to cook, man. It'd be smelling up your kitchen. So now, before I go, I just seen this week, and I'm a big fan of him because I do watch The Witcher. I do. I'm a little bit behind, and I got a comment here. So let's see. So the Nest Batman is on Amazon Prime now. The best. Nest or best? I didn't know that. I'm waiting for Invincible, and also the Daryl Dixon Walking Dead's coming out this weekend. If you guys are Walking Dead fans, Stormy Red as Catwoman. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Is she younger? There's a lot of actor and actresses. Sometimes I don't know who the hell they are because I'm old, but really I'm 22. But yeah, I don't know a lot of these guys. I know the Superman actor is way young. Because the gun wants him that way. But yeah, I don't know who the hell. I mean, he probably starred in TV shows that I never watch, or shows like that. I don't know. So, but yes, to get to this, my last topic is I've always been a Highlander. The original Highlander is one of the great movies. If we ever do maybe top science fiction or something, you're 22, I'm 21. Yeah. Steve Jordan. The current Walking Dead was filmed in Homedale, New Jersey, at the place where we are holding our show tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. All right. I thought it was also filmed in Atlanta, Georgia, too. There can only be one. Yes. And the sequels to the Highlander were shit. They all sucked. Christopher Lambert was so meek as McLeod. Connor McLeod of the McClan Cloud. I mean, he was so meeky. Sam Clancy was a badass in that first one. Ben did it in Mr. Krabs' voice. Highlander was so good. Yes, the recent show, they were there going to New York. Highlander, one of my all-time favorites, Donnie says. Oh, the bar scene. Okay. Well, anyway, I mean, word is that Henry Cavill will be reprising the role of the Highlander. Now, what do you guys think about that as an actor? Do they reboot it, or do they go off of the original? Or do they do a prequel? Queen, yes, one of the great soundtracks in movies. And actually, the opening scene when they had the Fabulous Freebirds wrestling was pretty cool. So I like Henry Cavill as that character. I'll take him as the one for sure. So reboot. Emily says reboot. Kurgan, I got something to say. It's bending to burn out, to fade away. Yeah. I can't burn out. I don't have any candle wicks. They have to reboot it, in our opinion, over here. Okay, you and Ben decide. Okay. Yeah, I can. And I think it would be good. What if he does it well as Connor? Then we can say yes, if not, scrap it. I think Henry Cavill will be awesome as the Highlander, and I think it could set him. I mean, he's fucking awesome as the Witcher. I mean, if you guys haven't watched that on Netflix, I know he's not going to be in season 4, but season 4 that could happen in 2027 because of the strike. Like Stranger Things, those guys will be in college, graduated from college before that season gets done. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm okay with this decision if it goes down that way. And I would take, he could probably do it an actual, yes, you're right. Looking at you. No Sean Connery. Who would you, maybe Liam Neeson. He's old. Oh, well, then he's elected as governor. Well, Liam Neeson is the Sean Connery character. That could be good. Let him grow some hair. I mean, he's, that would be okay. I just thought of that. But you need a badass. You need a badass for Kurgan. You need a badass. Oh, you like Liam? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just throwing stuff out here in this pulp culture show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and there's not much to, if it goes down, I think it'll be great. And I would definitely go to the movies to see it. Because Highlander had Queen on that soundtrack was great. And Queen in the Flash Gordon. So I would say Qui-Gon Jinn would be good. Yeah, we can get a Spaniard to play the Spaniard this time. Well, okay. Oh, wait. Maybe Antonio Banderas. Yeah, I mean, nobody can top Sean Connery. But also, too, Antonio Banderas. There's your Spaniard, your real Spaniard. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's big enough, but that's a thought as we're just, hypothetically speaking on roles as we're sitting here on the podcast, just trying to figure out who would play, in the Highlander. Okay. Yeah, so Anthony Banderas playing the Sean Connery role as we're all trying to, movie right script this here. Antonio all day. Okay, Emily. You and Ben both agree on that? Okay. But we need, I still have the 2 albums, Flash and the Highlander with Queen. Yes, that was 2 great soundtracks to 2 movies, but one needs to be redone and rebooted, which is Flash Gordon. The Highlander, maybe with Henry Cavill making it, because vote for Henry here. Kurt says Cavill. Kurgan. Oh man, Kurgan. That would be hard. Yeah, Ben's on board. Okay. For a Banderas Spaniard. Kurgan has to be big and badass. Now, and I'm going, and the thing about it, he's got to be big, and maybe he can fit this part and this role, and it's thinking outside the box as I usually do in my life, is not Cena. No, Cena's too small. Now, this actor, he got out of professional wrestling. Maybe Idris Elba for Kurgan. Got to be bigger than Henry. Dave Bautista as Kurgan. Hold up. Now, you guys, he's not a big name actor. Okay, he's done bit parts, and he's done bit parts in like Sherlock Holmes, and he did a little bit of. Now, you wrestling guys, Donnie, you would know he tagged up. He bigger, yes, way bigger. Batista's too short. Yeah, I agree. Nathan Jones, hear me out. He's played a lot of roles where he's, a henchman or he's a monster. He's fucking 7 foot. Yeah. He wrestled briefly, Shane, in the WWE, and he tagged up with the Big Show against Undertaker at WrestleMania. He was fucking terrible, but he was big as a house. He was in Sherlock Holmes, I believe, the first Sherlock Holmes. I believe The guy who played Reacher. Oh, he's about 6'5". I think you need somebody like taller. Who's that motherfucker? He's huge. Yeah, I think somebody like that, but he'd have to talk real deep like Sam Clancy did, because Sam Clancy was a great voice character also. So he'd have to be practicing. He was supposed to tag with Taker. Okay, my bad. Yeah, he fucked up, and then Taker went out. Alan Richardson, great as Jack Reacher. Great show on Amazon Prime. But I don't think he's big enough to fit that part, as we're fucking plotting this movie, as I just threw it out there. We have to think. That's the only guy I can think of. So maybe if you guys think of something, maybe next week, jump on and throw me like, hey, Bubba, I thought of this guy. Or it's got to be somebody fucking massive, like bigger than Henry Cavill, and like 6'8", like badass, like walk 6'7", 6'8", like a bad motherfucker. That's what I'm thinking. You know, the Albano guy. And see, I don't know who that is. He's 6'4". Jason Momoa. I don't know. I liked him as in the Fast and Furious as a villain, but I don't know if he'd be. Yeah, I just think the actor got to be bigger, a badass, bigger motherfucker. Somebody huge. Big Show could be the tallest, but I'm thinking he moves slow. Oh, he's that. I wouldn't even think of him. And he wouldn't have to. Nathan Jones is probably still in his late 30s, maybe. Not Momoa, no. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. We can think about this all night, you know. But hey, I want to give a shout out to Watkins Boxing. Good luck tomorrow. He's got some of his boxers are competing tomorrow. I talked to Brandon. Like I said, it's $50 a month. If you have any kids in Indiana County, go in there and get trained. And it was a hot box today, people. Let me tell you, it was a hot box. Got the mountain. Oh wait, one of those guys from that could be one of the guys from Game of Thrones or something. Yeah, that dude's huge. Yeah, that could be too. Yeah. See, Kurt, Shane, you guys are thinking. Yeah. So also too, if you're ever in Indiana, Bob's It's a Pizza, 5 pepperoni slices, root beer and a Wapo, $12. You know, proud sponsors of the Triple B Experience, and I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I appreciate everybody for jumping on and doing these podcasts and stuff. It's quite an adventure, popping like every show every other day, from Pittsburgh sports talk to wrestling, picks to pulp culture and stuff like that. Not Vincent. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm glad you guys are thinking. Yeah, maybe the guy from, what the hell was that? Holy fuck, I don't even know what the hell that is. Shane, I have no clue what that is. That must be a link or something. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, like I said, no, he's not. Yeah. So, like I said, and I do a lot of other stuff. Like Tuesday, I'll be on Beaver County Sports Corner at 4:40 talking Pittsburgh Steelers. And then that night, we have the mega cast with the other Steeler, the other podcast who took the gold in the Indiana County. I took the silver in the Intercontinental Championship. We unite and tag together. That's why it's a mega power podcast. They'll come on and we're going to give Steeler picks. Try to share his name. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what that. Yeah, I just seen all that stuff. Julia, yes. If he could act, he's big as a house. Yeah, if he could act, or have somebody talk, like Samoa Joe did with Sweet Tooth. Yes, maybe that would be the guy. See, you guys are thinking. See, you guys know. All right. Yeah. So, everybody, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you haven't hit like and subscribe, please do. Check out all the shows. Me and Shane will be back next week with our foosball picks. We'll be doing the college, and we'll be doing the NFL picks. It's going to be short, not long like these shows are, and it'll be good. He lost weight. No shit, dude. Where I'm up for a run, you be posting 10 minutes again, then you're on a mission. Oh, shit. Hey, Kurt, be on a mission, I guess. Men on a mission. So if you haven't hit subscribe, everybody, the link on YouTube, it'll be downloaded for Spotify. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always, I appreciate the comments from Facebook, and I like to interact with everybody. I think it's pretty cool. I think everybody, no offense, I think everybody's doing what I do because I interact with everybody on Facebook, and I see a lot of podcasts doing the same thing. I'm just saying, always imitated, never duplicated. But next week, the mega cast. Next week, we will have Monday at 7 o'clock. We will have our Mania Mega review of the pay-per-views at 7. Thanks, Emily. And Wednesday, I have special guest, superstar Dave Daniels in the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty show. He's going to take the 49ers, and I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we are going to talk Pittsburgh 49er football because in week 1, that's who we're facing. It'll be huge. And can't wait for the top 10, Emily. We will do that. Yeah, bring yours. We will do that next Friday night, and we will talk a little bit of pulp culture, and we will do a top 10 with the boys from the Mania panel, and we're going to talk pulp culture. A little bit of wrestling, you know what I mean, just to, advertise independent shows. Hopefully I get some love from some wrestling federations out there, you know what I mean, giving a free plug on my shows, you know what I mean? But nothing's free. I understand that. I don't want nothing free. Just a little respect would be good, you know, as I shoot from the hip, you know. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's how it works. So everybody, you guys have a great Labor Day. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get out here under an hour, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. So you guys don't drink and drive. If you drink and drive, no, don't drink and drive. If you drink, call a taxi because Labor Day, you know, I don't want anything to happen to people. Thanks, Shane. Hey, brother, you're helping me out, brother. Love you. You're awesome. Shane's been a tremendous support in and out of this podcast. Donnie, Chris, Kal-El, Rich Smoke. I mean, Larry. I appreciate everybody. Emily and Ben for coming on that birthday show. We're gonna get them back on and have them do a couple songs again, definitely. And hey, thanks, Kurt. And I'm just doing this because I like to. And like I said, I'll get out of here. But I truly appreciate everybody. I like to do this, and hopefully, I just keep trudging along. I'm on a national radio show on Thursdays. I've got a lot of motion in this ocean. I'm going to call after the show. Okay, Steve, thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody, happy Labor Day. I'll see you guys Monday for the Mega Mania Cast review. And thank you. I love doing it. I can't get burned out because I like to talk and I like to entertain. So passion is from within, people. Everybody, love you. Thank you, guys. Hope to see everybody soon.